everybody. Come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. For anybody new here, hi, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. I would like to welcome you to yet another struggle cooking class. Hopefully, it's not too much of a struggle. This is date night, so we're going to do a little something simple at home. I wanted to show you all how I make pan-seared lemon pepper catfish. It's really easy. I know a lot of times people are afraid of fish, afraid of seafood, but I've got a technique that's been working for me. So I'm going to make a simple man food meal. Doctor says more fish, so we're going to do catfish. This will work on any fillet. You can do salmon. You could do any type of fish that you like. Um, let's see, we'll make some potatoes and then a simple green on the side. So if anybody is want to be counted present in today's class, feel free to announce yourself. However, if you prefer to watch quietly from the clouds and y'all know who you are, you're always welcome here. We are the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, so on IG, I see Natasha, Natasha Loving and Latoya Monique. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see who we have on TikTok. I see Nawanda Daniels, Ashley, is that Ike, Lock Lady, Lewis, or Louise, Lady Liberty, Francine, Sandy, user Ruby, Trenton, Muse, user JS Novette, Kalita, Nancy, Marsha, Guest, Golden Girl. Hello, Ella says greetings, and Eucelian Smith. Thank you all so much for being here. And then I don't see anybody over here, but I see numbers, so that's okay. Y'all can always ninja watch, whether you watch live or whether you watch the replay. You can watch without listening. You can listen without watching. I'm just happy that you're here. Okay. Happy, what is it? Monday? Yes, happy Monday, everybody. Oh my goodness, y'all. The days just keep rolling on. Let's clean off the counters. I'm still cleaning up that mango gummy from yesterday. Oh my God, that was so bad. So bad. All right. I always like to start with clean counters and clean hands. That way, in case we have kitchen snacks, I can eat them moderately guilt-free. I love the counters, but you know, it's hard to tell if there's something on there. So always start with a clean cooking space. I am a boy mom ×2, and I've taught both boys how to cook. All right, so I have to do some extra on here. Should have cleaned it up. Okay, so let's clean hands, and we're gonna start with the potato dish. This is just some au gratin, or I don't know how to say it, au gratin. I got some boxes in the giveaway. I think even the fish came in the giveaway, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. I'm gonna show you all how to make something I think kind of nice on repeat. All right, so let's clean hands. All right, so we're in the South, cooking for a Southern gentleman. He likes catfish. If you don't eat it, use any fish that works. Hello, Bonnie's in the house. Hello, Bella's here. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, so here are my tips. If you're new to cooking, or if you're a little bit nervous about it, or you have something like fish that you want to make sure you get right, I say pick one thing to do like from scratch and then take shortcuts on everything else. Yes, you could cook everything from scratch once you get more confidence, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself or burn it or anything like that. So I'm going to do some boxed potatoes. So let's go ahead and get those started. All right. So I thought these would be fun. I hope they're not too cheesy, but we're going to cook these in the air fryer. This is just the box gratin potatoes. I think it has two options. You can do oven or you can do stovetop, but if you want that nice golden brown, they recommend the oven. Y'all know I like using the air fryer. It's kind of like a mini oven for me. Okay, so let's get our uniform on so I don't get too messed up, and then we're gonna get started using it in the air fryer. And y'all already know you can get your Maggie merch. You've got aprons. You can customize the colors and the sizes. So we're going to go ahead and put on the pink today. And we have adult sizes. We have kid sizes. You can put your name or whatever you would like on there. Go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com for all of the Maggie merch. Hello, Bags. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, it's au gratin. Thank you. Au gratin. Y'all know I am not a professional chef. I am not a professional YouTuber. I am just a mom and a home cooker. All right, so let's get this together. All right. Thank you, Belle. Right. One of the things I do, ladies, when cooking, especially, men usually eat bigger portions, or they should. Clearly, I like to eat. But I always try to cook double, serve a plate, and then pack some to go. So that's one of the things that I like to do. All right. It's a thoughtful way to say, I'm thinking about you, not just today. Hello, Swarbo, and hello, is that Fossa? All right. So the ingredients on here, we need 1.5 cups of boiling water. So I'm just going to do 1.5 cups and then put it in the microwave. I've got a kettle around here somewhere. I can't find it. And then it says 3/4 cups milk. I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I actually don't have dairy milk. I'm going to substitute almond milk. Hopefully nobody notices. I still keep the regular stuff for the family, and then a tablespoon of margarine. All right, so it says preheat the oven to 450. I'm not doing that since we're going to cook this in the air fryer. All right, and then put the potatoes and sauce in a baking dish. Now, don't judge me. Or you can judge me. I have this really janky disposable tin. I'm going to use these for the potatoes au gratin because I can get rid of it afterwards. The air fryer for me is a little bit smaller, so I have to get creative with the dishes. You can get these little things at the dollar store. If you don't mind using your oven, go ahead and crank it up. Y'all know I use it for storage. All right, so let's just give this a little wipe. Another thing to do if you're new to cooking, you want to kind of plan the order that you're going to cook your food. Hello, Barbara. Do you want to plan the order that you're cooking your food? The items that are going to take the longest to cook, you want to cook those first. I had to learn that. I'm the daughter of a retired home economics teacher. Mom can have multiple things going at once. I can't. So I got to do one thing and then the next thing and the next thing so I can focus. So these are going to be kind of like set and forget in the air fryer. So you want to do that first. The fish doesn't take long at all. I probably should be blotting it, but the fish doesn't take long at all. Let's go ahead and season it and blot it. Because if you cook your fish first, then it'll be cold by the time this is ready. Y'all, these look like potato chips. I know they're not potato chips, but I almost want to try one. Okay. And if you peel yours and season and do all that from scratch, that's wonderful. All right, so this has a cheese sauce in here. So we're just going to put that on top, and I'll set it to the, no, it's all right. I'll go ahead and get this going. Already I'm thinking, which order? All right. That's been a hack of mine. You can make a home-cooked meal, even if you have to take some shortcuts, but you want to make sure that at least one thing is really home-cooked. All right. Who's here for cheesy potatoes? I am not eating this. This is not a substitute meal. Like I said, this is man food. The men can get away with it. I can't. Hello, Logan's mom. Hello, Sincerely Yours. And hello, D-Ray. Okay, so we have our crispy potatoes and the packet sauce. All right, so we need 1.5 cups of boiling water. So let me go ahead and get that and put it in the microwave. We got Star Grox watching on Twitter. My first time, no, that's Twitch. Y'all, I'm old and I don't know. Thank you for being here. My first time seeing you. Okay, so let's get the measuring cup, 1.5 cups of water. All right. And this is just going to go in the microwave. We'll do 2 minutes. That should be enough to get it boiling. Hello, Massage. Thank you so much for being here. All right. I should have checked for milk or done an actual grocery order. Y'all know those cooking shows where everything is prepared and ready in advance? This is not that. So we're going to substitute almond milk on accident. All right, so this is what I have. This is what I use because I'm dairy-free, sugar-free, and gluten-free. All right, so it is 3/4 cup of milk. So let's see. I'm gonna need to open up another one. I use this to make my chia pudding, and I buy it by the case, like from Walmart, and have it shipped. So let me get one more because we're about a 1/2 cup, and we need more than that. I like the ones that are shelf stable until you open them. And I always do the unsweet if you're doing the plant-based milks. Just be careful, some of the flavored ones, vanilla and chocolate, they can have extra sugar in there. If you're pre-diabetic or diabetic and you want to avoid that, I always go for the unsweet, then I can add my own sugar-free sugars. All right. So we've got 3/4 cup of milk, and then we need a tablespoon of butter or margarine. I do have real butter for this. So we're going to get the stick of butter, and we're just going to cut. It's already got the markings on here. So we're just going to do 1 tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. Here's a hack if you're doing like boxed mashed potatoes or anything like this. One way that you can make it like a little bit more savory, if you don't mind the carbs, if you're cooking for the men, hello to Mario. Sometimes I'll add like a little bit of sour cream or a little bit extra butter, like 1.5 tablespoons if it just calls for a tablespoon. All right, so our water should be nice and hot now. So we're gonna stir in the water, the milk, and the margarine. So we're just gonna, or I'm using real butter. We're just gonna stir it all up. All right, it's not bubbling, but it's hot. Let me get a spoon. So we'll do the fish right after this. The other reason that we're going ahead and doing this first is because a dish like this, basically a casserole, even if it finishes cooking, it can stay in the oven and keep warm. Okay, water's going in, milk, almond milk for me, sorry, that's what I had, and butter. All right, so basically you just stir everything and combine, and then it's gonna go in the oven. So something like this, you could cook ahead of time and it can kind of be keeping warm. All right. So again, this is just the home style casserole. It's real potatoes, so that's good. But you can absolutely make this from scratch if you want to peel and season your potatoes, make a cheese cream sauce, and then you could bake it as well. Smells good. It smells nice and garlicky. Hello, Just Demarion. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everybody's doing well. I love cooking for you. All right. But yes, you know, you can go out to eat. You can go to restaurants. All of that is great. But sometimes at-home meals or at-home dates are just perfectly fine. All right. So you all see we've got this nice and mixed up. The butter pat is still in there. Let's go ahead and get this on. I'm going to use a drip tray of the air fryer. I'm going to put some aluminum foil on here just in case we have a little spill. And the instructions say 450 for 25 minutes, okay? So my air fryer only goes up to 400, and I think that's gonna be okay. The air fryer is basically an oven with a fan, so it's going to cook faster because it's smaller. And I'm in the South, I'm in Atlanta, so I don't like to turn on the oven if I don't have to. Hello, C-Mac, thank you so much for being here. So if you're just cooking a portion for 1 or for 2, the air fryer for me is a great option. Hello, Etta. Thank you so much for watching on TikTok. All right, so we're just going to put this on here. I got some stuff in the air fryer. Let me empty it. We got the condemned here, one of my day ones and one of my moderators. He says, is the fish deboned? I had a bad experience with fish bones and stopped eating fish for 2 years. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do that up next. It's filet. So Demarion says, what casserole? This is just boxed potatoes. I'm going to make the fish, but this is just going to be one of the sides. It could be, anything starchy, right? Just men are usually very simple meat and potatoes, right? All right. All right. I've got some ingredients in here. I might make my little 1-minute dessert. I'm thinking about a blueberry option. If anybody wants to see that, we've done it multiple times, but all right, so I'm gonna put this in the air fryer, the potatoes, the cheese sauce, and a little bit of butter. I'm gonna do 400s. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the air fryer, and I'll tell you why in just a second. All right, so let's do 400, and let's do 27 minutes. So the air fryer is an oven with a fan. The heat source is actually at the top. So when you cook on the air fryer, the closer you bring it to the top, the hotter and the browner it's going to get. That's good if you want to crisp it up. But if you want to kind of cook like low and slow baking, put it down towards the bottom. All right, down here. So my air fryer is kind of like an oven. It's got multiple shells. All right, everybody, let's make some fish. Hello, Dr. Terry. Or is that Dre Terry? All right, let's clean up. Mom says clean as you go, so it's always in my head. Plus, we're gonna go ahead and do our fish now, so we want to have a good clean workstation. We got Sheila. She says, "Hello, beautiful. Happy Monday." Oh, here we go, y'all. Oh, 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 Sheila. I love it when you come to class, Sheila. So lame. Okay. Oh, me and my musical outbursts. Put the milk away. Yes, if you eat whole fish, like I come from an African family, Caribbean family, Asian families, a lot of times they have the whole fish without the bones taken out. Sometimes even with the eyes looking at you. Creepy. For me. I don't want to be rude. But yeah, I remember having those bone experiences. You just have to go really slow. Ah, yes, y'all gotta have the bread on hand if you eat the fish with the bones. Do y'all like bone in or bone out? Condemn says, yeah, it was too late. Oh, you ate the fish too fast, too. That's the thing. Fish, shellfish, these are not the type of foods that you eat when you're really hungry and you're just powering through it. You got to take your time and kind of feel for those little bones. We got Rossi in the house. Y'all go check out Cooking Cousins with 2Ks. She's another content creator. Her and her mom and family are in the kitchen. I love her channel as well. Gillis is like, hey, Maggie's live. I was la gagging. Okay, over there. I understand. Gillis is here for bone in. All right, so let me show y'all what I got. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my stuff off. Gillis says, keep your hands on so we won't do gloves. All right, so this came in the giveaway box. All right, so this is farm raised catfish fillet, and I just put the whole thing, it was frozen. I put it in the sink to thaw out. All right, so let me do one more clean, and then I'm gonna show you all how I prepare. It's really simple to me, but I know sometimes people are afraid of fish because you can overcook it and you can get it rubbery, and then it's expensive if you buy it. Hello, Dermatology, and hello, I am Zane. Okay, so let me get a cutting board because the first thing for me to get that nice sear, you want to make sure that it's as dry as possible. I probably should have done it before the potatoes. All right. Sorry, y'all, that's loud. Okay, remember our cutting board has two sides. This side with the groove, get into the groove. It's gonna be great if you have any juices that would drip, lemon, poultry, fish, or whatever, it'll catch here and not go on your counter. So I like to start with paper towel on here, and I'm gonna use a lot. All right, and then I'm just gonna open up and take out the fillets. So you all can see These are boneless catfish fillets, nice and meaty. Of course, you could fry it. I can fry catfish. I don't like to fry in the house. If I'm gonna fry, I usually like get the deep fryer and set out on the back porch. But I'm gonna do a pan sear, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook all of it. All right, shout out to the men. Hey, Ebony, how many pieces of fish would you all eat? I'm thinking 2 per serving. So I'll make a plate to eat, and then I'll probably make 2 plates to take home. Once I thaw out the whole bag, I'm just gonna go ahead and cook the whole bag. You know, fish is one of those things, it's best if you can get it fresh, but once I thaw it out, I'm gonna cook it. All right, so all done. All right, so now I'm gonna get some more paper towels and I'm really gonna blot. Notice how it's all wet and kind of shiny. We wanna get all of that liquid off. Especially when you buy frozen, you want to blot it really well. If you buy your fish, your chicken, your steak, or whatever fresh, you won't have this issue from defrosting. All right. So literally what I do is I just get the paper towels and I press really well. I do this several times until I don't see the liquid coming up through this. Some people just dab. That's fine. You can dab it. A little dab will do you. But I like to really get that liquid off. All right, so any meats, and we're gonna turn it over and do from the top and from the bottom. If you have time, you could do this, you know, before, and then let it, you know, just kind of rest so you get as much of that liquid out as you can. Let me see if I can flip the whole thing. All right. Then I'm going to turn it over on the back side. All of this is what we want to get off. The other thing, this fish was frozen, so I took it out to thaw. You want to let it come to as close to room temperature. It's still a little bit cool, but you don't want to go from, you know, like refrigerator or freezer to the hot skillet. It'll seize up on you and it'll be tough. So that goes for any protein, even eggs and butter. They say it's better, butter is better, if you can let it come to room temperature. So y'all notice now how I'm blotting and it's not like soaking all the way through. So this is kind of like when I stop, when I press on it and I kind of lean on it, lean with it. Sorry, rock with it. I kind of press on here just to make sure I get all of that off, and then I'll do. I am not expecting anyone. One moment. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Welcome to my struggle kitchen. Y'all know I do the Walmart delivery, or if you do Amazon or anything, I ordered some bleach and I got a notification that it was delivered, and I looked outside and it wasn't at my house. And so I checked the picture on the delivery and it was at my neighbor's. So I was just like, ring on the doorbell. Nobody was answering. So I took my bleach and he just came back over to see what was up. Okay, back to the food. Notice how we don't have that shine on it anymore. So that's one of the things that I look for. It's almost kind of like pasty. That's good. That way, for me, the seasoning will actually stay on there and it won't just slide off. Okay. So I'm going to clean my hands. I see a few more of y'all have come in, and we'll get our seasonings and really season it liberally. I think I'll take it off the paper towel too. Let me check on our au gratin. Oh yeah, it's doing its thing. It's kind of percolating a little bit, just cheesy potatoes. The best comfort food. I can't have it, but we can cook for the men. And look, just because I eat the substitutes doesn't mean everybody has to. I cook the real thing for everyone else. Hello, Code Blaster. I am. Hello, Ferguson. Hello, OC. Ebony's in the house. I am Lonnie. Thank you all so much for being here. Some of y'all have had a happy meal. Val says you love filet, but nothing beats a steak cut catfish. I don't think I've ever had a steak cut of catfish. I love like the old like Garfield catfish, like the whole catfish, just chop off the head and clean it. But I like the whole catfish, and you can just peel the flake, the flesh away from the bone, and you got that tail. That's what I like. Gilly says the first live you saw, you thought Maggie was a fish dish, and she taught me how to make sure those completely dry with paper towels. Yes, absolutely. All right, so let's do that. Let's turn it over and just go straight on the cutting board. So those are your tips. First of all, let it thaw completely. Second of all, let it dry completely. All right. Jurgen is here from across the pond. She says, what the heck did I write? I got the point, y'all. It's okay. We are all family, and I understand. All right. If I turn it over with that, we'll still have, all right. Beautiful. So I'm just going to do 2 seasonings. I'm going to do lemon pepper and paprika. You can get as fancy as you want. You can do just plain salt and pepper. Mr. likes lemon pepper. So that's what we're going to do. Now, this is just like a dollar store seasoning, just lemon pepper. Now, lemon pepper does have sodium in it, so if you're going to do lemon pepper, you can skip the salt. And I would say go kind of lightly. I've been overhanded before, heavy-handed before. Ah, Rossi says, great tips. Thank you, my dear. All right, y'all, so we're going to go in pretty liberally with the seasonings on the dry fillets, okay? So I'm just going to, y'all can see, sprinkle a little bit. So I know some people season until like you can't see anything. That's fine if you're doing like onion powder, garlic powder, paprika will go kind of heavy on. But if it's got salt in it, you can really overdo it. All right, so I'm going to do a fine dusting of lemon pepper, but we do want to cover everything. And again, we're using catfish. Y'all can use any fillet. I'm just here to show you some techniques and some ideas. That little piece was folded in on itself. So yeah, thawed and dried. And then this way too, if it's really dry, if you're going to like deep fry, we're gonna do like a pan fry, but if you're gonna do a shallow fry, that's when that grease starts popping on you, because oil and water do not mix. All right, I had a little pieces that were overlapping. Oil and water don't mix, so if you don't like to get popped with the grease, that's another reason to let it thaw completely, because those ice crystals, when you take it out of the frozen, when they, come out of the meat and they hit that water, that's when you get that pop of grease in your face, and you don't want that. Rossi, go ahead and drop your link in the chat. I'll bring it up so everybody can check out Cooking Cousins on all socials. Put your channel name. Okay, so this is what we've done so far with the lemon pepper, so you all can see it's a nice coating. And then I just like the color of paprika. I think that little red with the oil just gives you a nice little brown, almost like a blackened color. So that's what we'll do. Let's check on our gratin. All right, woof. It's browning up nicely. I'm getting excited. It's not even for me. Hello, J Room. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so this is what I have. This is just sweet paprika. This is optional. It gives it a little bit of a smoky flavor. I really like the color. All right, so we're gonna go in and doing the same little dusting. All right, and they say season from up high. Just make sure you cover everything, y'all. I am not a professional. We just like our food to taste good, but we all eat with our eyes. So you want to make sure that it looks good too. All right. If you want more pepper, you could do pepper. The 5 seasonings that you're going to see in pretty much all cooking: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. If you have those, you can pretty much do everything. There's lots of, I know Cooking with Aisha does the Greek seasoning. We have that, lots of different ones, but we all start somewhere, okay? Now I'm gonna turn these fillets over and I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, all right? So, because they're dry, notice when I pick it up how the seasoning stays on there because we dried it. All right, so let's just turn these over and do the exact same thing. And if you wanted to, you could have done this before the potatoes or whatever side dish you're doing. That way, that seasoning can kind of get in there. All right, get in there. We want that flavor in every bite, right? I don't know why I needed to do this with it, but I just get excited, y'all. Okay. All right, so on the other side, let's do our lemon pepper and paprika. So I'm just keeping the fillets from overlapping so we make sure we don't have any bald spots, all right, on the fish. All right, and again, this was just a frozen, I think, I don't know, 2-pound bag of catfish. This could be tilapia. This could be salmon. Yeah, you could do lemon pepper salmon. Absolutely. This could be, I don't know, swordfish, grouper, whatever. All right. So a nice light dusting because lemon pepper is really salty if you overdo it. If y'all have ever had lemon pepper wings, you already know. Elliot J says, you're just talking about making some catfish. Absolutely. Come on in. Rebecca says, I wonder what catfish tastes like. You've never had it before. Gosh. So I'm in the South. I'm in Atlanta. It is a white fish, but you can see like it's pretty meaty, right? This is like a pretty solid fish. To me, it's got kind of a creamy texture. I know that sounds weird, but those of y'all that are into sushi probably get it. Those of y'all who eat catfish, how would you describe it? Like, look, I am not the food police, so if you're going to tell me something about ocean garbage, you do you, we will do us. But to me, it has the texture of a grouper, so it's a pretty robust white fish, but it's got a little bit more fattiness. It's not as fishy as salmon, but it's kind of a little bit oilier, so that's where I'm getting kind of that creaminess from. But I like it. A lot of people fry it. You can blacken it. You can do whatever you like. I wish you were here. I don't mind sending Happy Mail. I'll send it on ice, but you're in the UK. Hello, Rebecca. Everybody doing good? Okay. So we have our lemon pepper and paprika catfish. And if you needed to do this early, like I work, and then get off the Zooms, you could season this and then just put this back in the fridge. You just want to take it out before you pan fry so it's not cold. Okay, so let's clean this up. We got a little seasonings on the counter. We're gonna get our skillet and our oil and get cooking. All right, let's check over here. Woo! It's looking good, y'all. It's bubbling. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. So excited. Okay, focus, Maggie. All right. I'm out of paper towels. 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna do this in batches. I could probably do, I'll probably get it bigger. Let's see what we can do. If I were cooking at home, well, I am cooking at home, but if I weren't streaming, I would use like a griddle on the stove. My stove comes with a griddle, so you can cook multiple at once, but it's okay. We'll just practice together. All right, let's get our cooktop. Now for this, since we're doing a pan fry, you want to have a good non-stick skillet, all right? You want to do that anyway with fish. Fish is very delicate and you don't want it to get stuck to the pan. All right, so I've got my equipment here. I've got my cooktop and we're gonna cook on like a medium low. I think fish is supposed to be 145 when it's done. For me, it's really just about taking time with it. If you need something fast, I wouldn't practice on fish, all right? But if you know what you're doing, you can cook it quickly. All right, so we're gonna turn this on and we're gonna go medium. I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan. You wanna have a nice oil that can take the heat. I do not fry in my little MCT coconut oil. It's too smoky. So this is just regular Walmart olive oil. It can be avocado oil. If you use vegetable oil, again, I am not the food police. Y'all know they say some are better than others. Do what works for you. All right. Now I did kind of light. I just need enough to kind of coat the pan. So this is a pan fry because we're just going to do one side at a time. A shallow fry is enough oil that it's kind of submerged on the bottom. And a deep fry is the whole fish is underneath, like when they drop fries at McDonald's. So deep fry, it's completely submerged versus shallow fry versus pan fry. Okay? So got our fish here. Let me move it so y'all can see. And I've got my fish turners. All right. So this skillet. All right, so this skillet is kind of small, but we're gonna go, I hear footsteps, so we're gonna go with the the big piece of chicken. We're gonna go with the big pieces first. So if you don't know what you're doing, you wanna lay it carefully and you wanna go away from you, or, you know, I'm okay, I'm just gonna lay it down and leave it. I'm gonna turn the heat down, okay? So let's do one more big piece. And I'm gonna turn it down. The reason why you wanna leave it is you wanna get a nice, smells so good. The lemon pepper really comes alive when it's hot. We wanna get a nice little sear on the bottom. So the sear is gonna come from the heat and the oil. Hopefully I have enough oil, but we're just gonna make sure it gets around there and leave it. 3-4 minutes. When it moves on its own, when you jiggle the pan, it's got a nice sear and it's kind of gliding on the oil. If it's just stuck like this, it's not ready. So don't mess with it. And again, that goes with a steak, a chicken breast, anytime you want a good sear, okay? So this will be really easy. I'm just taking my time. I'm also looking at it. Mom said cook with all of your senses. I'm just kind of moving the oil around. You know, fish is kind of gray, and then once it gets cooked, it's opaque. It kind of turns white. So I'm looking at that towards the bottom. All right, but it's still not ready. Hello 999. Hello Can. Okay. False alarm. Now, for sides, for vegetables, you could do like steamed broccoli. I've got a frozen broccoli bag if y'all want me to do that. Mr. likes just fresh spinach, almost like you would do for a salad, but nothing else on it, just spinach. So I'm gonna do spinach, unless y'all want me to do like steamed broccoli, and then we can put some seasonings on it. If anybody has a preference, I'm open. How are we doing over here? Y'all, it looks so good. I can't wait to show you the potatoes. Okay, so I'm smelling it. It smells good. I'm smelling the fish now. When it was raw, It just smells like, well, now it's got seasoning on it, but fish should never smell like fish. It should smell like the ocean. If it smells fishy when it's uncooked, no. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see now. Notice when I move the pan, notice how it kind of jiggles on its own. Now you can touch it. So I'm using double spatulas. These are fish turners, maybe Walmart or Amazon. Gives you more control, okay? So you can get all the way up underneath that fillet. I kind of use one to stabilize, and I kind of turn it into this one and then lower it down. If you're really good, you can just do one, but then when you turn it over, it'll splatter. So let's get up underneath here, turn it into the spatula, and then lay it down. And then same thing over here. I'm gonna use the edge as well. See how it just moves into the spatula? All right. So you all can see here. Now this is a big piece of fish. Doorbell again. What is going on? All right, on this side, we're gonna leave it. Hold on. Who's always shopping? All right. So I'm noticing the fish is starting to kind of curl up on me. So I'm gonna have to move it and make sure I get all those sides done. And then we'll do a quick temperature check, and I'm just gonna rinse and repeat. Potatoes are looking great, and I'm gonna go ahead and get, Valerie says the neighbors can smell it. It smells so good, y'all. Hello, Cognizant. Rossi says it looks good. Thank you, ma'am. Jurgen says your favorite fish is monkfish. Okay. One more minute. I don't know if y'all can see the potatoes in there percolating. All right. Now I'm just going to kind of maneuver these. Yeah. All right. I'm going to stack them kind of on each other, so I make sure I get that little flat cook. And we're just taking our time. Y'all can kind of see the bottom. And then let me get something to put them on, because we're going to keep going. We'll just put them in this tray. Actually, no. We're going to keep everything in the air fryer. Let's turn this down. I'm going to show you all the potatoes. All right, that's good. Let me go down to the other side. Oh, it's flaking nicely. Okay. Turn it off. We're going to put the cooked pieces on foil. We got about 8 pieces to cook. All right, potatoes are done. Fish is cooked at 145, but it's going to continue to cook when you take it off. So let's do a quick temperature check, and then I'll turn it over and let you guys see. Here's our au gratin. So this is done. I'm just going to leave it in the air fryer. We're going to add these in to keep warm. All right, it'll thicken up on its own. All right, that's my little test when I jiggle the pan and it moves on its own. I don't know where my thermostat is, but we'll find it. All right, let's go ahead and get this out. I'm looking, if you're old school, you can kind of tell, like when that fish starts to flake really easy, you're good. Let's see this other side. All right, y'all see how it's nice and flaked? So we're just gonna put these pieces on here. I'll do a quick little wipe and I'll taste the little piece here that fell off. I need to find my thermometer. All right. So we're ready to plate, but we're gonna keep going, all right? So 2 pieces down. See how it just broke? So gentle. That means it's done. I know, I'm reaching in here. All right. Just gonna give a wipe and repeat. All right. Not all the way. Let's get some olive oil. And we'll go back up to like a medium. And that's pretty much it. And I'll show you guys how I plate, but we're just gonna rinse and repeat. Hello, best hits. Hello, material, material, material world. Mm, 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 mm. Cognizance, I'm doing well, my dear. You love salmon? This works well on salmon too. Lemon pepper salmon. So I don't mind the color. I don't mind the little char on here. Once the oil gets a nice little temperature, let's go on and put 2 more pieces in here. Again, it's just lemon pepper and paprika. So I'm just gonna hold it flat. I'm just doing 2 pieces at a time because I'm using a small skillet. So I'm gonna turn it down and leave it for the sear. Okay. I'll just cook everything. We'll slice up some lemon, do some, what was that on the thumbnail? Capers. All right, let's see if I can find my temperature thermometer. I know Valerie says, why white? You really don't have to. I just wanted it to get, I didn't want it to get too dark. If you like the blackened look, absolutely. But, okay, notice how it's not moving. It's not seared. We'll find it. It's around here somewhere. But if you want, you can temperature check your fish. It's done at like 145, but it'll continue to cook when you take it off. Cognizant says, yes, I do in the north. It's a staple here. I forgot my question already, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, so the potatoes, we'll put this back on. The potatoes will thicken up the sauce as they sit. So the air fryer is off. I'm just kind of using it for warming, or you could just put this on the tray and tint it with a little bit of foil. All right, I'm just gonna move the oil around and then we'll see. Plus I wipe it so that I get a true test of, is it just gliding? See this one's starting to move? But see, because of little burnt bits, it's stuck there. All right. So hopefully this is helpful for y'all. I know a lot of people are new to cooking. We all are at different levels. But yeah, fish is nothing to be afraid of. Again, this could work for any fillet. All right, notice they're moving. That's my unscientific way of testing. All right. So we're going to get up underneath here, hold it stable with one. It could be two spatulas. Get up underneath. I turn into the spatula and then back down. That's my technique. If you're super fast and you can just get in there, fine. But I like to keep the fillet intact. Once it starts cooking and it starts to flake, y'all notice like it'll start to separate really easy. So this gives you kind of like a little bit of that fried taste without the breading and without submerged in the oil. All right. All is well. So how many pieces of fish are y'all eating? And I only did two because you don't want to overcrowd the pan, which means if you just have it all covered with fish, they won't cook. What's the word? Uniform. All right. So turn it over, let it stay. Got that nice little crust on there. This is bothering me. I want to find my thumbnail. Hello, Reek. Thank you for being here. Let me know how many pieces of fish y'all want on your plate. All right. Y'all know my test. Do a little jiggle. Brittany says, looks great. Thank you. And if you all don't like this like darkened color, that's totally fine. But when you cut into it, because it's a white fish, you'll have that beautiful contrast. I like it. Apple user can't say. I understand. Family calls. So we're just doing a medium low, and I'm looking at it. Since this piece of fish, you can see it's kind of curved up a little bit. I'm just going to kind of use the other piece of fish to kind of maybe if I turn it this way. So me moving it like that, I mess up the sear a little bit. Kind of tilt it up so we can get that other side down. There we go. Just a little bit. Want to get that contact, the contact on the hot pan. Hello, Michelle. Everybody doing good? Jurgen's eating 1 to 2. Cognizance says sides. We've got the potatoes au gratin and just fresh spinach. I've got broccoli. You could do green beans. You could do anything. All right. Moving easily. Let's take them out. All right. Notice how we've let them rest. They're still in the air fryer doing their thing. Remember, they'll continue to cook. Ooh, see how it just flaked off on me? Careful. Very delicate. Let's use our 2. They're called fish turners for a reason. All right. I lost a piece. Kitchen snacks. All right. And then one more. Let's turn this down. So if you were just cooking for 1, or 2, you could be done. And they're going to go in the air fryer to stay warm. So greedy. Yeah, I'm going to wipe up the little bits. I just, like I learned. You think I'd learn. But it's good. All right, I'm just going to give a little wipe because it's getting kind of crusty. And we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes Dougie pressure on. All right. So this is just gonna be rinse and repeat, and then I'll plate. This is always here. You want some ribs. Oh, y'all are always ready to eat. I love it. All right, let's see if we can do. If I were on the stove, I'd have, I probably should have had multiple burners going on over there. I think I'll do that. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's do the last two here, and then I'll do two more on the skillet behind me. You all get the picture now, all right? Y'all know I keep the good stuff for you, but I still cook with the old struggle skillet. Let me turn that down, and we're gonna do the same thing over here. I got the big skillet so I can do the last three, and then we'll take these off and we'll plate. All right? All right, let that heat up. I just move the oil, kind of tilt the pan. I like to get it on all sides of the fish. That's where you get those little crispy edges. Who's here for the crispy edges? But notice it's not moving, okay? So not seared yet. Bill could eat three. I know, right? Hello, Uptown. Uptown. No, there's a song. Round and round, you're doing me. Just something, 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 something. Upside down, you're turning me. I know it is uptown and not upside down. That's what came to mind. All right. Let's check over here. All right. So I've got 3 pieces of fish left. I'm just gonna cook everything. Ooh, apple user is good with hot sauce. Yeah, I could do some hot sauce. This is lemon pepper and paprika. I'm moving a little bit, just about ready. But yeah, hot sauce would be good, right? Hello, Uptown. All right. So this should be warm enough. We're at our time, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the last pieces in the struggle skillet. I should have kept it on the stove, but y'all get the picture. All right. So that'll come to life. All right, these are moving now, so we're ready. Last little flip. And a nice little crust on the end. And then, and the less you handle fish, thank you. The less you handle fish, the more intact it gets. If you keep doing all of this to it, that's when it flakes and falls apart. That's why I try to let it sear. Turn it one time into the um, spatula, and then go back down on the other side. Y'all says look scrumptious. All right, and leave it. Okay, so let's clean up and let's make the man plate. Oh, I got 2 more behind me. Hold up. All right, those are cooking as clean as we go. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, anytime you find fish on sale, even if you buy the bags where it's frozen, you can do this. This was frozen, but just thaw and dry. Thaw and dry. We got a nice little blackened situation going on. Shout out to the pescatarians amongst us. We got meatitarians in the class. Y'all know who you are. Killis and Jurgen, I'm looking at you. We got vegetable-tarians in the class. We even got a few vegans that hang around. Team greedy, I know, right? All right. How are we doing over here? So these are doing okay. Let them sit for a minute. I think we're good here, y'all. I'll just let it. I feel like I should cut into one for research purposes. All right. What type of fish, Praise? This is just catfish, but it could be any fillet, any whitefish. Jurgen's gonna have fish tomorrow? Yes, sir. All right. One is jiggling. You got two over here jiggling. This one's not ready yet. So again, we all figure it out as we go, right? This might just be stuck. All right. We'll take this one off. Put it in the air fryer. Valerie says there's a few greedy people. What reaction? What did I do? I forget already, y'all. Oh, on my fish? Y'all know I don't know. All right, let's take this piece out. Our little lemon pepper catfish, blackened. All right. So put that here. This one's trying to move. All right. I'll bring this over and we'll turn these over. The last three pieces, they're moving well now. All right, last one. Yeah, see what happens when you just get on it? That's when it gets stuck in the pan, but that's why I like to wipe it. We just had too many crispy bits. That might be our research piece right here. Oh, I got another one behind me. About to do the taste test. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's get these. My gas stove cooks more evenly, y'all can tell. You're getting a nice little color. If you don't like it too dark. All right. So this is what happens when you mess it up, but we'll be all right. Let's get in here. You know, see how it just flakes right off. Hot, hot, hot. It's good, but it's hot. Okay. I kind of went in. Let's plate. Oh my goodness, what is going on with TikTok? All right. So to make it look nice like the picture, let's go ahead and cut some lemon slices. How are we doing over here? They're kind of moving. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove. All right. Whew. Hello, Shawnee. So I've got some lemon here from, I think, the mango candy that we didn't use up. See if we can get some nice little pieces, slices. All right. All right. I don't even put lemon on citrus, but it looks pretty. And Valerie says, do you use Old Bay? That's another one. That's a good all-in-one. Absolutely, you could do Old Bay. I probably prefer Old Bay. Absolutely. All right, let's see if we can do one more. And if you mess it up like this, just twist it and you have a nice little garnish. Okay. Whew. Still sizzling. I've turned off, but I'm also looking here. Notice how the flesh is kind of, I don't know if y'all can see how it's just kind of like white and easily flaking. All right. So let's make, I'll show y'all how I'll set the table, show y'all what it's gonna look like when I get done. Let's clean up. All right, ladies. Always plate on real serveware if you can. Mister won't eat on on paper towels, so it's the little things. I mean, if you eat on a napkin or paper plate, that's fine, but this is a great way to make it nice. All right, so let me show you what I have on the table. So a nice actual napkin with knife and fork. You don't need really a knife on fish, but we'll pour his beverage. He doesn't like his food to touch, so I try and get a big platter. All right, so let's start with the casserole, the potatoes. Got a lot going on. These will be nice. They're going to be packed, but notice how they're just going to flake away. All right, so our au gratin has done and has thickened up as it cooled. So let's see if we can serve some of that. I think I'll start with the, yeah. I'm trying to go from the bottom so I can get a nice little browning on top. Ladies, don't just slap the food on the plate. Put some love into the presentation. Hello, Snow Good. All right. We all eat with our eyes first. So let's try and serve up something nice. That's good. I got a little bit. I shouldn't have gone to that corner. I should have done it here. All right. All right. We'll cover up our mess a little bit. All right. So you got that. I don't eat the potatoes, but I'll just taste. It's good, even with the almond milk. My mom says never serve anything you've never tasted yourself. All right. So the rest, we will pack that up. Let's go ahead and go in with the spinach. Or it could be steamed broccoli. Oh yes, presentation is everything. I got, thank you for saying that. I got some chopped parsley over here. We had this, I can't remember what we used it for, but I have some fresh chopped parsley. We'll put some of this on the potatoes. You all get to see a little bit of, and we'll put some on that one's a little big. All right, so we have our potato. Little food styling. He likes just spinach. No dressing, no nothing. Makes it easy for me. Save yourself the stress. But you could do canned green beans. You could do, it's gonna do a nice little row. Excuse me, you could do canned green beans. You could do steam bag broccoli. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Oh, wow, y'all, this is huge. Has anybody seen spinach this big? Like, it's humongous. All right. Get those nice colors. And I'm just kind of putting them here because the fish is the same color as the potato. All right. This is what we have. Looks good. Oh, thank y'all. All right, let's go ahead and do the last cooked fish. So it'll be nice out of the pan. Let me turn it over and see if I can get the fillet side up. And we'll do the 3 pieces. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Oh yeah, this looks good. Try and get that last little. All right, got that. So that's done. All right. So the man plate is ready. I just need to pour the drink, and I always cut up some fruit for him. So let me show y'all, and then I'll do the to-goes. But let's move this out of the way so you can see. You can do your date nights at home. Oh, on the picture we got the lemon and the what are those things? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Capers. All right. Let's see. On the picture, was it on the side? I'm trying to imagine the thumbnail. I think it was on the side of the fish. And then I'll just turn this one on top for a nice little. I'll put it on the spinach. On the thumbnail, I just grabbed these Google images and try to recreate them. Jurgen says it looks good. Thank you, sir. All right. I didn't cook with these, but I have these capers. We'll just put a couple on top. Some little food styling. It's the little things. You can go out to a restaurant, or you can make it at home. And again, remember, the key is to pick one thing to do fancy. One thing to do fancy, the fish. Everything else, make it simple and easy for yourself. All right. So let me, what's next? I'll leave that there. Let me get the beverage. Here's the Coca-Cola. So let's get an ice cold Coke, and then I'll cut up some fruit. And ladies, you can anticipate, find out what time he's coming over, have the food ready when he comes over. So I'm telling you the things that you can do ahead of time, like the thawing and the seasoning. All right. You're not the only one who gets hungry. Gillis is here for the capers. All right. Auntie Jenny told me to pour it like a beer, but I'm not good at that. So we're just going to pour. He doesn't drink Coke a lot, only when I cook for him. All right. And then I always serve with fruit. When y'all see me do the little, what's it called? Let's put some extra ice in here so it fills up. What was this? Just water? All right. Okay, so you got that. I'm just gonna do apple and orange. That's what I've got. If I had berries or something nice, I would, but this is, how I would set it. Cognizance, this plate looks delicious, Maggie. I don't drink, but serve with a nice glass of Cab Sav. Absolutely. We got wine here. You want wine? I got your wine. Put it over the top. Absolutely. So yes, you can do this. Ladies, you can do your date night at home. Y'all can let me know how much you would pay for this out, but you can absolutely cook for your man, cook for your family. I'm here to help you all with the tools. Okay, gonna put a little fruit, just apple and orange. Hello, Love 4. Thank you so much for being here. Mister, your food is ready. I know, right? I was told 5 o'clock. That's why I was moving, but that's all right. I wanted to show y'all. All right. For a little extra color, we'll just do some oranges, but let me just cut this up really quick. Turn it over on the other side. It just adds some extra color, adds some extra nutrients, vitamins, I don't know. But, especially like with the kids, or if you have picky eaters, serve it with their food. Sometimes if you're just like, just eat more fruit, they won't. But if you serve it with their food and just kind of have it there, and yes, I peel and cut it up and do all of that. You don't have to do all that. I do. For the boys, for the men, make it easy. Let's see. He's more of a berry lover, but I just finished the pine berries. But it would be like strawberries, blackberries, and you can eat your food and then have a bite of, some fruit to kind of help with digestion, get a little bit of extra goodness in there. All right, so giving you all, you get the gist of it. But look how, I don't know if y'all can see on TikTok, I'll move it, but you can see just the colors alone. There's TikTok so y'all can see. All right. All right, and then the last thing I do is I always pack extra to go. All right, so this is what I'm going to put on the table. So this would be dinner, your date night dinner at home. And then of course, if you want popcorn or whiskey or whatever, shout out to Killer. Oh, you'll love that. I'll show you something, Gillis. This is his after dinner favorite. Gillis, you would appreciate that. I don't drink that stuff, y'all. Okay, so we got our potatoes, our spinach salad, our catfish with our lemon, and then make it to go. So I always have these containers. You can buy them. You can use the leftovers from when you go out. So we'll put some, potato over here. And I'll make 2 of them, but just showing y'all. So this comes up just like a nice little casserole. I knew it. What are we going to do with her? She says, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's going to have his whiskey after his food. You're so funny. All right. So we got the potato, and let's do the fish. So you can see as it rests, the juices kind of come out. So just be careful with that. But we'll put 2 big pieces. Let me try to do this one. It's starting to break on me. I want to do 2 or 3. All right, that's fine. We'll do 2 pieces. And then usually what I do is just parchment paper and then put the spinach on top. Like I said, not everybody likes their food to touch, so I try to consider all the preferences. All right, so this is just parchment paper. I'll just kind of tuck it over and then put the spinach salad. So when he goes home, all he has to do is, when he opens this up, take the spinach out and then remove the parchment paper, and you can just microwave everything else. So it's almost like a little Lunchable ready to go. So, and we are done. So this is what I do every time. Ladies, want to make sure you have some tips how to do some simple things. All right, so the fish is here, potatoes are here, the spinach is on top. So this is how I would set the table. So we can just come in, sit down, take a load off, dinner is ready. All right, so that's it, everybody. Yeah, better late than never. Looks delicious. Thank you. All right, everyone. So I'll take some pictures. But yeah, this is what I do. That's it. Dinner is done and to go. Oh, so ladies, just some simple tips. You can make a man food meal. Absolutely, it doesn't take much, and men are simple. They like the same thing every time. This may be mashed potato or whatever. So when y'all see that, you're like, Maggie, did you make that? Yes, we made it. All right. Hello, James. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll do my video and then I'm done for the night. All right, so for our date night man food meal, we have potatoes au gratin with fresh parsley. We have a spinach salad with fresh lemon, lemon pepper and paprika catfish with capers. And then on the side, we have some orange pieces, an apple, a to-go, a beverage. Enjoy. All right, everybody. Dinner is done. I'm going to go set the table for Mr. So hopefully that was helpful, everyone. You can absolutely do some simple things. I got enough food left for another to-go, so I'm going to pack another to-go box. But we'll go ahead and dismiss. Cognisense, great job, Maggie. Your guy will love it. Looks great. Thank you. All right. Hope it was helpful, everyone. So this is Monday. I'll be back Tuesday. We'll cook something else, maybe something for me, something simple. And yeah, that's it. If you ladies are interested in any of my other relationship secrets, I have a free webinar for you. Go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com and click on the Maggie Masterclass. You can learn about some of the work that I do, but I'm all about food and femininity. So this is what I do. Material Girl says, are you going to eat with us? No. That's another thing, ladies. I eat differently. So I try to eat before I cook and before he comes, so he can just sit down in silence and eat. And usually I'm cleaning up. So no, I'll have some catfish, but I'm not going to eat. Those potatoes look great. And that's another thing. I pack it up before I start lingering around. Before I start lingering around and biting on it. But it's good. Good evening, everybody. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow for another struggle stream. Okay, everybody. Good night, TikTok. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the love. Thank you all so much, Instagram. And yes, ma'am. So good. All right. Bye, everyone.